I'm going to explain why you should actually learn all of the different lessons that you need to learn relatively quickly. And bear with me because I'm going to explain this in this video. And stick to the end, and you'll have an offer for a possible way to discuss some of this further. But my motto is this: give them enough rope to hang themselves. And I do that for all my clients. I give every one of them, and I explain this stuff. This is the way this is going to go down. You're going to be given enough rope to hang yourself. I have seen it work time and again. Over 38 years of professional performing and teaching. And before that, I watched others assist me in learning how to take the freedom, the space of enough rope to hang myself and use it to fantastic effect to learn better than if anyone just showed me the right way. Here's the thing about it. When you are shown some exercise and then you're shown how to do it right, you are only ever going to do it that one way, and you're going to think that that's the right way. And it may be the right way, however, you did not actually challenge yourself to explore ways in which you might tweak and adjust what you're up to in order to find some variations. And then maybe later on, if you're lucky, after having been shown everything required to do it that one way, you will then maybe someday be shown some other variations. However, the quicker way to learn, to internalize, the better way is to be given an opportunity to find your way through enough advanced playtime space to stretch the boundaries and to explore and to find what you might consider the sweet spot. So, number one, being given enough rope to hang yourself actually allows you the space to discover a much broader understanding of the possible variations that can find really good, results. Here's another part, the next part. On the other side, if you are shown the one way comprehensively and then you go into that one way, that is a quick way to get there. However, when you are given part of the explanation, you will then be searching to find various ways within it that do work, as I discussed in the first issue, but you will also find many ways that don't work. And you will understand each of those ways that doesn't work because you will have hit some kind of wall and you will have to reroute in order to continue exploring. And all of those ways that don't quite work build your understanding of the various parameters that you're searching to isolate in order to facilitate moving forward. So, rule 2, there, rule 2. Rule 1, rule 2. When you actually are given enough rope to hang yourself, you will be able to locate the right ways to go by having explored many of the ways that won't work. And that is far, far stronger burned into your understanding of which direction to go, so you actually sort of galvanize or polish the right path by understanding why that's the right path to move forward. Okay, good. Now let's look at an ancillary aspect to Rule 2, and we're going to call this Rule 3. Yeah. When you understand the wrong ways to go, you start to build a sense of all of the aspects that will be in the way of moving forward into the right way. And because of that, you are given an understanding. You are given an opportunity to see all of the paths that lead to the various locked doors that you won't be able to go through and you shouldn't be able to. And all of them will actually clarify an understanding of why it is that you go toward the one particular path that does work. Now, this is slightly different from section number 2 because it actually crystallizes in your mind your process that you used to explore the space of the areas that don't work in order to get to the place that does. And when you do that, you actually have sort of muscle memory and experiential memory of the path, the journey that you took in order to get to the place where you are discovering a really solid flow. That is Rule 3. It's connected to 2, but it is different because you're using other parts of your understanding of what could not possibly work in order to go toward what does work. Now here's 4. Once you have explored with enough room to, enough rope to hang yourself, you will then have a series of questions that you asked yourself that you can use to record the knowledge of how you are engaged in an inner dialogue to explore and pursue the right process. So number 4 is about actually sort of documenting your own questions that you discuss with yourself along the journey. This is far more profound for you learning things than anything someone can tell you of do this, then step 3, then step 4, then step, etc., and you will do it right. You actually will understand from the inside how to move forward because you have been engaged in a dialogue with yourself. Now, number 5. Number 5. There's 4 plus 1. Number 5 has to do with the ways in which you find your exploratory phase to point you toward the right direction is that it raises questions in your mind of what actually will be the right way because you see the many ways that don't work. And even if you didn't find the way, the reveal by the teacher of the right way to go will be so much more profound relative to that exploratory phase. So your wake-up call, your epiphany, your reveal of the right way will actually be far deeper felt by you once you've been given that opportunity to explore the failure directions. Number 6. When you actually find the way through exploring with what I offer, enough rope to hang yourself, rather than simply shown the comfortable way, you will be building your confidence in your own process. It's really, it's invaluable. Being given the encouragement to explore, being given a safe space to understand that there is no wrong way to explore right now, go figure out, and it will all be revealed when we meet up again. But play with this, exploratory phase. You develop a confidence, a self-confidence that allows you to move forward. Number 7. Seven. When you actually play with the confusion that is part of the self-confidence that you need to develop, you begin with an unmistakable unfamiliarity. And that actually can feel very insecure. So stepping up into that requires that you take the first step of going into uncertain territory. And that solidifies your ability to play with this failure space that allows you to solidify more of that self-confidence that you will gather by playing in this, enough rope to hang yourself space. That actually lays a solid beginning foundation for what will come, which is your sense of confidence. These are all unbelievably valuable tools that are unavailable to anyone anytime someone simply shows them every step-by-step instruction on how to do it the right way. Now, I'm not saying that I only ever do it this way. Some of the exercises that I offer people to learn how to do have this as an ongoing underpinning of the work, because I know what is at the other side of that journey, and it is so much larger for the person to be able to finish my program and then walk out into the world fully equipped to be able to continue. It's a big, big difference. And this is the thing that happens. So maybe this is number 8. Once you are armed with all of the tools that come from the exploratory phase of this enough rope to hang yourself part of a process, you walk away knowing how to solve problems instead of how to simply come up with some or another finished product part of things. You know how to actually go through in order to get there with deeper understanding of whys and hows. That is what people take away so that they can then become self-propelled, autonomous, instead of just cookie cutter. Most people offer cookie cutter stuff. Most of what you're going to be experiencing or even think that you want often is cookie cutter. You're actually misguided and mistaken when you're looking for that, because you will only ever get half of the solution. You really want someone who understands this power that I'm describing in this particular video. Now, if you want a slice of this particular process, I can send you down the rabbit hole of wonderful, magnificent exploration that will give you the ability to say exactly what I just said, just now. Full explanation. I can get you there with 5 minutes of work a day over the course of a month. I'd be delighted to have you do that. You have two options with that, one of which is directly assisted by me, and one of which is a do-it-yourself thing. It's what I refer to as my 5-minute CEO program. I'm happy to have you join here. The link's down below. Or if you have some other need, you can always just reach out. Comment, reach out, let me know. I'm available for this. My programs work. I've been doing this since 1987, teaching others, performing and presenting around the world on stages and TV shows, and I learned this stuff myself even before that. So it's 30 or 40 years worth of training. I want you to join the many thousands of people that I've trained doing this stuff. But just pay attention to this one. Your understanding of how to get where you want to go, when it's the quickest, most efficient way that most people offer, will be devoid of any of your internal knowledge on how to take that stuff and problem solve moving forward into the more profound version of yourself. Pay heed. It's very, very easy for people to actually offer you something where there's just, do these steps. But you won't be able to diagnose what's wrong with it unless you actually engage someone in the process that includes what I refer to as giving you enough rope to hang yourself. Okay, that's it, and that's all for now. Any questions? Thoughts, comments, issues with this? Do you take umbrage at what I say? I do want to hear. Be compassionate. Take no shit. Behave like a pirate every day. Your terms, your way, your method, with whom you want, when you choose. Go get 'em. Speak soon. Oh, did I say yar? Yar.